Ooh, the hat of the summer is a prairie bonnet. Who would have guessed? I'm Lindsay, and I have a whole series on Is Your Aesthetic Fascist or Not? Which I wrote a piece explaining why I did that series on my Substack, which you should go read. Because I want to dive into this today. And before I dive in, I highly suggest you go read the piece that was censored by the Washington Post that I was asked to write about internet aesthetics. And I got some thoughts on the prairie bonnets. And it looks like they displayed some of those thoughts as well, but I want to talk about what many other people talk about is that sure, this is a sun hat, but the hat of the summer? I mean, I get it, but it gives off a certain angle that I don't really like. The reason why we talk about fashion history and the meaning of the clothing that was worn at certain times, who wore them, why, gives us a reason and a purpose for why they existed. On top of that, it gives us the choice to either do it, and it doesn't matter, wear it, sure, wear the sun hat, but also you could think a little bit about some of the purposes behind it. Wide brimmed hats and like bonnet hats were often worn by upper middle class women and just upper class women in general because they didn't want to be tanned by the sun, because that showcased that they were of upper class and they had status. At other times in history, bonnets would tell if a woman was married or if they were still deemed a child. Also, Little House on the Prairie. Everybody covered their hair in a bonnet, so you didn't have to wash it as much and things wouldn't fall on your head and keep your hair out of the face. Anyway, you're probably wondering, Lindsay, what are you even talking about? In current times, this is giving Handmaid's Tale. This is giving repression of women. And as we all know, clothing is political and it signals things. What's back in fashion is showing about the culture. But a lot of the times in culture, clothing is sent to signal like if you work or not, or if you have to work or not. I would argue these rules still apply today because the bonnet is the opposite of that. Nobody's outside working with their bonnet on, especially not this bonnet. Having like a large hat is like this class symbol in itself. Going back to my original piece, why I did that series to begin with and what I kind of want to talk about today or end on today is that you can wear whatever the fuck you want. Like I've had people on here tell me that camo is inherently conservative. You can wear whatever you want. But you just need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be aware of possibility of signaling something. Not even that. Just be aware of what you see. Like, just be aware of what you see, how people address it, and how people talk about it after. The way that you're going to signal to the world that you have like radical, commanding values of hope and freedom for all is by literally doing it. Nobody cares what you wear. Also, I'm writing a book about this.